Now, in very recent and shocking news, 6 counts of committing assault on a woman has been brought against English indie musician Rex Orange County, also known as Alexander O'Connor. According to various news outlets, the musician is charged with assaulting the woman over 6 times between June 1st and June 2nd. This news surprised everyone, especially since he has made a career on being a lovable, sweet, innocent indie artist. So stay tuned to find out all the need-to-know details that you don't want to miss. First up, in shocking news, popular indie artist Rex Orange County has been accused of sexual assault. Here's what you need to know. According to a story recently put out by the news outlet The Sun, the British singer-songwriter Rex Orange County, whose real name Alexander O'Connor, has been charged with 6 charges of assault. Between the 1st and 2nd of June, Mr. O'Connor allegedly assaulted a woman 4 times, 3 times at his residence in Notting Hill and twice in London's West End, and once in a taxi. And now, following these claims arising, the artist quickly entered a not guilty plea to all allegations when he appeared in Southwark Crown Court in London this past Monday. Additionally, a spokesperson for the musician sent a statement to the media on behalf of the musician saying Alex is horrified by these allegations, which he denies and looks forward to clearing his name in court. They elaborated that he is unable to comment further due to the pending legal actions. Now, prior to a 3-day provisional trial scheduled on January 3rd, 2023, the singer-songwriter was granted unconditional bail, and due to unforeseen personal difficulties, Mr. O'Connor stated on his social media that he was cancelling tour dates in Australia, New Zealand, and Europe. Mr. O'Connor, graduate of the esteemed Brit School for Creative Arts in London, self-released his debut album in 2015, and as a result, he worked with American musician Tyler, the creator of the album Flower Boy, which helped him gain international recognition. Before signing with Sony's subsidiary label RCA Records to release his 3rd and 4th albums in 2019 and 2020, Mr. O'Connor self-released a 2nd album in 2017. Since then, he has made quite the name for himself and garnered a very loyal, dedicated fan base. Now, many of you might be wondering, who exactly is Rex Orange County? Well, let's take a look at his background and his come-up. Coming from a very modest beginning as an unsigned independent musician submitting snippets to SoundCloud, he's now set to release his 2nd record, backed by a major label in 2022, and is on track to achieve his first UK #1 album. But who exactly is Rex Orange County? Well, Alex James O'Connor, age 23, goes under the stage name Rex Orange County, and the stage name was apparently derived from his last name and is believed to have started as the OC, a school nickname given to him by his teachers. Then, at the ripe age of 17, O'Connor released Because You Will Never Be Free, his debut album as an unsigned musician, onto SoundCloud and Bandcamp. At this time, as we briefly mentioned, O'Connor wasn't affiliated with a major label, but Tyler, the creator, as well-known American rapper, heard her songs and urged him to make part in the recording sessions for his then up-and-coming album, Flower Boy. Following his collaboration with Tyler and 2 of his most well-known songs, Boredom and Forward, this launched him into the world stage and the public eye. And despite being unsigned, O'Connor published his 2nd album, Apricot Boy, in 2017, which did extremely well for the circumstances. Now, although he has frequently been labeled as a sad boy throughout his career, his influences are intricate and very diverse. Rex Orange County, who was at first categorized as softcore hip-hop artist, draws heavy inspo from jazz as well as indie pop and soul music. O'Connor released his 3rd album in 2019, also his first to be released by a major label. And Rex Orange County's debut album, Pony, released by RCA, peaked at #5 on the UK's official albums chart. 3 years later, he is suddenly speaking out against Who Cares, which is on track to earn his first #1 single. And as you can see, he was doing extremely well. Well, until all of these allegations were raised against him, that is. The story had us thinking. While as surprising as it was, Rex Orange County being accused, these kinds of crimes seem to be very common within the celebrity world. Therefore, we thought it was only fitting to look at other artists accused of the same thing that will surely shock you. Numerous well-known performers, actors, and athletes have been accused of crimes. While some of these celebrities were convicted guilty of others were targets of unfounded accusations. Which well-known figures have been charged with crimes? These celebrities have all been accused of crimes, whether it be indecent exposure as part of a practical joke or much more serious offenses like sexual assault that had a lasting impact on their victims. First up, in no particular order, singer Ryan Adams. Singer-songwriter Ryan Adams has been accused of abusing multiple women, including his ex-wife, musicians, and actresses Mandy Moore, on both a and emotional level. Moore has spoken candidly about the emotional and mental manipulation she endured during their marriage. And it wasn't just her who faced this type of behavior. Many women in the business claim he tried to gain favors from them by using his power to persuade them. Ava, a former fan, also spoke out about how Adams approached her when she was 14 years old in an online interaction that was suggestive. Next up, the late great, or not so great, Elvis Presley. The king from Memphis, Tennessee, tried to keep his interest in young women a secret throughout his career, just as much as his drug use and odd culinary preferences. A juvenile named Dixie Locke, 15 and 7 years younger than he was one of his earliest girlfriends. Then, in 1959, when he was 24 years old, he chose to date 14-year-old Priscilla Beaulieu over his more mature love, Hollywood starlet Anita Wood. Even though they started living together 2 years later, Priscilla insists they never had sex before marriage in 1967, 6 years after cohabitating. I can only go back to his vision of what he desired in a woman, Priscilla said in response to Barbara Walters' questions, which apparently was a virgin. Now, it has been said that Elvis was drawn to more teenagers than just Priscilla and Dixie. Joel Williamson, the author of Elvis Presley, A Southern Life, asserts that the musician took 3 14-year-olds on tour with him, and they claimed he encouraged them to kiss, tickle, and wrestle with him. Now, a less-known case includes Geordie White from Marilyn Manson's band. In a Facebook post on October 20th, 2017, Jessica Adams of the band Jack Off Jill claimed that Geordie White, aka Twiggy Ramirez, the long-standing bassist in Marilyn Manson's band, had assaulted her. Adams detailed a protracted pattern of emotional and physical abuse while the two were in a relationship before stating that she has lived with the immense shame and remorse of being for well over 20 years. In her account of the alleged assault, Adams detailed how White allegedly forced me onto the floor with his fingers around my neck. Adams explained in the same article that she kept quiet about the incidents for years because she had been warned that doing so may result in her band being blackballed within the industry. Next up, Matt Mondaniel from the popular and beloved band Real Estate. Matt Mondaniel, a founding member of the New Jersey indie rock band Real Estate, announced in 2016 that he would be quitting the group to focus on his solo endeavors as DuckTales. However, it then came to light that his bandmates sacked him due to claims of inappropriate behavior with a number of ladies, including grabbing them while they were fast asleep. After first denying a wrongdoing, he eventually made a statement through his attorneys in which he apologized profusely for his inappropriate actions. I made use of my status as a musician. And finally, the late superstar David Bowie. Lori Maddox has asserted time and time again that she was 14 years old when she lost her virginity to the late megastar. Early in the 1970s, the singer of Ziggy Stardust was 22 years old. Maddox, who was then known as Maddox, met him at one of the clubs that so-called baby groupies of Los Angeles frequented. And the 62-year-old woman claimed that although Bowie pursued her, she originally turned him down, and she claims they had a few months later when she found herself in his hotel room despite her youth, and this allegedly led to a Sable Starr, another minor. And there you have it, everything you need to know about Rex Orange County and how he has recently been charged with 6 counts of assault. Now, this news was a surprise to many, especially his strong and loyal fan base, but make sure to let us know your thoughts down below. Did this surprise you? And did you expect something so disgusting from someone who makes such beautiful music? And this is the kind of thing becoming all too common within this world. Let us know. And as always, thanks for watching.